Played well. Certainly the first 30, 35 minutes up to half-time, they dominated the game, they dominated the ball. It was really impressive to see Lamouchi's stamp already taking shape on the Forest side. I was really impressed with their tempo, their press on Palace, and Palace were struggling to get out their half for long periods. It's difficult to know. It's a pre-season game. We can't get too excited because in years gone past, I remember Forest, I think it drew with Ajax, and Rafael van der Vaart played for them and they got relegated. So Forest that year. So, but there's promising signs there. I think we should be pleased with what we saw. The second half, they were, in Athens last week against Olympiacos, they got battered from set pieces in the first 25 minutes. Second half on Friday night, they got, they were much stronger. I think that was partly down to the tweak in the marking, but they look better for it. Yeah, they look good.
Was it more of a case of how good Forest were or how poor Palace were at times, especially in that opening 30 minutes?
Let's make no bones about it, Jay. The Palace were terrible. They were absolutely awful in that first half, and but Forest were good though. Forest, you have to give Forest credit. They didn't give Palace the opportunity to get onto them. Forest were pressing high, as I said before. They pinned them back into in their half. You'd got Matty Cash, who was playing right back, was so far advanced. He was on occasion going further than Joe Lolly, who was playing right midfield. Lolly was instrumental, as you'd expect. He was playing some lovely balls out wide to Albert Adoma on the left hand side, and Lolly's ball for Grabban, which led to the goal when Adoma smashed it in, was a good move. And Palace were better second half. They probably got a rocket at half-time from Roy Hodgson, I should think. But Forest weren't without their chances. Thiago Silva impressed on his debut. He hit a post with a lovely free kick. So, Palace... we heard from Scott Dan after the game, and he was saying that Palace were dominant and they should have got something out of the game second half. It's funny how those rose-tinted spectacles can look, I suppose.
And speaking of interviews after half-time, I believe you guys spoke with Lamouchi, and he kept his cards quite close to his chest when it came to any transfers, both ins and outs. Yeah,
I think he'd be a great poker player. We stood there in the rain at the City Ground and spoke to him, and he said that we challenged him on the interest in Ben Osborne. We know there's interest in Ben Osborne. Sheffield United really want him, and you'd kind of expect in the next week, 10 days, if not sooner, that the Blades might get that deal over the line. I think Ben is receptive to that move. Who wouldn't be? He's been a fantastic servant for Nottingham Forest, playing over 200 times. It's a chance to go and play in the Premier League. But I think the only sticking point in the minute, I think, is the fee. Lamouchi was very coy on it and just basically said that he wanted Ben to stay. I mean, why wouldn't you? He's a terrifically versatile player, and he gives so much to the cause. Often underappreciated, in my opinion, but that's that.